Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to ISE 2017. Day 2, we're here in Amsterdam on the NEC display stand, Hall 5, R24. This afternoon with us we have John Kilfeather, who's the Head of Operations and Technology at one of my favorite outdoor companies in the UK. We make no bones about Ocean Outdoor being an absolute classic out-of-home operator that's doing some really great digital stuff, pioneering a lot of the bits and pieces. So, the thing in the news at the moment is Piccadilly Lights. So it has to be my first question. So tell us everything you can about Piccadilly Lights in 1 minute.
Well, Piccadilly Lights for us is a great opportunity. It's looking at transforming what's already there, removing 6 old dated pieces of technology and bringing it into the 21st century. And that's not just the screen. Obviously, we're going to an 8mm Daktronics screen, which is great in terms of the resolution that we can provide. But it's also, because it is one screen, gives us a lot more opportunity to take creative options from the clients who are going to be on the screen and run with that. So we're not going to be restricted in terms of the movement across left and right of the screen. It gives the ability for flexibility in terms of the technology that we're looking to implement then as well. So we're not going to have the opportunity where clients are being told no, they can't do it. It's giving them the flexibility in terms of being able to move around the screen and do various different things that at the moment they just couldn't do.
Now, you've been with Ocean Outdoor for 7 years, but this must be one of the most exciting projects you've worked on. I know you've done some great things, 2 Towers East, 2 Towers West, but this has got to be one of the most exciting things to do.
This is because it's one of those ones that even my parents know the site. It's a site that you can talk to anyone, and if you say Piccadilly Lights, they're going to say, yes, I know that site. So it really is, it's a great opportunity for Ocean Outdoor. It's a great opportunity for us to work more closely with Land Securities.
Now, we talked to Mark Bracey yesterday on a different show here at ISE, who's in charge of a lot of the international sales, and because I said to him at the time, there's a lot of responsibility on you to do it well. This is going to be a site that's up there with Harmon Corner, up there with the Marriott Times Square, one in New York. So when will we actually see something in Piccadilly Circus?
Well, we're looking to go live in October, November of this year. So it's quite a long process in terms of the actual build, but that gives us the opportunity to really explore the technologies that we want to do, whether they, as Mark was explained previously, whether they're VRT, so vehicle recognition, whether it is using more engagement in terms of people on their mobile devices, tablets, being able to engage with the screen, and really taking that site to the 21st century. So for me personally, it's a great opportunity, but I think for Ocean as well, it's great to be able to be seen as the arbiter of taking a great site and making it suitable for the 21st century.
So Piccadilly Lights is using all of your toolkit, so you've got Scala as a back end, I suspect a great LED, Wi-Fi, which we'll talk about in a second, audience measurement, gender recognition, people, there's all of those things you've got.
That's right, and really the idea behind putting all those technologies in is that it is giving those clients the opportunity to utilise them. What we found with our own sites is we take every site from first principle and say what actually will work for that site. We don't believe in just putting technology in there just for the sake of it, and we've reviewed that site and getting feedback from the previous incumbents and what they've actually looked to do. And these are the sort of things in terms of Wi-Fi, in terms of vehicle recognition, and being able to dynamically change copy. So it's not going to be the same creative up there for weeks and months on end, because that's what they felt restricted to do. This is all about having copy that changes depending on what feeds we want to put in and how they want to react to that. So it's more of a immersive technology that people can actually take on board, and when they go past the site every day, they feel it's a little bit different every day. Right. It's maybe the same clients, but there's something different, and it's actually talking to them.
I think people tend to forget what Ocean Outdoor have done in terms of pioneering a lot of this stuff. It is a true toolkit, and you've been testing it with the 2 Towers, East and West, the Eat Street, Westfield stuff and things. So you've got lots of digital that you've played around with. Tell us a little bit about the Wi-Fi, because you've expanded that with Signature Outdoor, the acquisition you made a year and a half ago. How does the Wi-Fi stuff fit into what you're doing?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi for us is really important. When we acquired Signature Outdoor, and one of the major rollouts that we had to deploy quite quickly was the rollout of the Loop product in Birmingham. And what we saw there, again, was an opportunity not to just put a small format LCD screen, but one that was you could engage with, that you could actually have the ability for clients to go on and be able to be on the screen, but also use the Wi-Fi. And for the Wi-Fi, that isn't just about providing a really fast connection. It's about being able to engage with the screen and engaging with the audience and understanding what they're actually doing, getting the sort of information that clients are now expecting in terms of data. Everyone is talking about the data that we're getting. It's not just a pure broadcast type system. They want to be able to say, well, this sort of person comes there during this period of the day, so maybe I want to alter my creative to suit. And Wi-Fi facilitates that, because when people engage with it, they're providing us details that they opt in to provide, and we're supplying them with a really fast connection. And clients have looked to take that on board and really run with it.
People also tend to forget that you guys get huge amounts of international publicity. The Piccadilly Lights was just one example, but we saw your CEO on the big BBC and Sky News channels. The US newspapers picked up Piccadilly Circus stuff. All the local, all the UK newspapers and abroad picked up the stuff. But you've also got this alliance where actually you are doing work in other cities with big, iconic digital billboards. So you have a lot of responsibility globally as well, I guess, from an operations perspective.
Yes, so at the moment, obviously, Ocean is in the UK market only, but as you say, we have quite a regional stretch across the UK. So we have sites from Glasgow all the way down to London, and we have a great reach there. And as you said, most of them are very large format. They tend to be in pedestrianised area, high footfall, as well as the premium roadside that we have then. So we have a really good screens in terms of in regional reach. But at the moment, we're looking, and as Mark alluded to in his interview, we have the International Alliance. So that's a group of partners that we've done across the globe. So the likes of Hong Kong, in Times Square, and really come to them and said, used our expertise and said, perhaps there are better ways of utilising your screens and helping them out. And really that, at the end, helps clients on the screens, because everyone is using the screens to their best ability.
I think we saw a good use of your alliance during the award thing that you do in October, the content awards.
Yes, so the creative competition. Yes, so that really for us was our shop window to actually say to people, this is the opportunity for you to go out and see what you can actually do on our screens. And as you said, it's not just nationally anymore. Because of our alliance, we can also do that internationally. And some of the creative competitions from 2016 are looking to deploy that in Q1 of this year. So we're really excited about doing that, and that will be across Hong Kong, the US, and in London, in Westfield, and as well.
I think my last question has to be about the show. So you've been a couple of years. What do you really look for? I mean, it's a huge show, 1,200, 1,600 exhibitors, dozens of, well, not dozens, but lots and lots of halls, 70,000 people expected to be here. What do you first look for when you come to ISE?
Well, as I say, I've been here coming for almost 7 years, and what I look every year is see what's actually new. In terms of it's engaged with, it's a touch point for all our suppliers, but it's also to see what new screens are available, because the type of screens that we're looking to is changing. Technology is moving so fast. The cost per square meter is coming down quite substantially, and the standard of screens has actually gone up quite a lot. So where 5-6 years ago there would have been a lot of cheap Chinese type screens, that is still there, but the quality has improved enormously. And though we may not use it, it is a good opportunity to actually see where technology is moving forward.
John Kilfeather, Ocean Outdoor, thank you very much.
Thank you.